Hold on a minute. Johnny Depp is in love again. Oh yes, and this time it's not what most people expected. Are you surprised? Well, you're not alone. We've all watched Johnny through the happy times and the hard times of being famous. From when he first became a mysterious Hollywood star to the huge hit of Pirates of the Caribbean to the more recent years with lots of court cases and news stories everywhere. We've seen the actor, the musician, the artist that people didn't really get. But behind all of that, past the bright lights, past all the craziness, something different has been going on. Something quieter, nicer, more normal. When the cameras aren't around, someone has been in his life who's been able to win his heart. Not by being famous, not through bright lights, but through something that's actually real. So who is this special person? And what makes this relationship so unique? Stick with me because when we get to the end, you won't just know who she is, you'll understand why this part of Johnny's story feels so different. Let's go back for a bit. For years, Johnny's kept his personal life to himself. After everything he's gone through, court cases everyone could see, people gossiping, and constant guessing. Can you blame him? He's a guy who's seen how cruel the spotlight can be. But now, it looks like that spotlight has caught something no one expected. Love. But this time, it's not a Hollywood love story. There's no fancy red carpet, no glossy magazine pictures, no pretend smiles for the cameras. The woman who's won Johnny's heart isn't an actress or a model or a famous person looking for attention. She's the total opposite. Normal, keeps to herself, and really down to earth. People who know them say they met through friends they both had in Europe. There's no movie filming, no media event, no big fancy party. It started in the most simple way you can imagine, with just talking. They talked about art, about books, about music and important ideas. They connected because of creativity, because of thoughts, because of laughter. There was nothing fake, no hidden tricks, just two people who found something real with each other. And from those easy, honest conversations, something deeper started to happen. Here's what makes this so cool. Johnny Depp, one of the most famous faces anywhere, didn't fall for fame or fancy stuff this time. He didn't go after another big news story. Instead, he picked peace over being in the news. He picked someone who feels like home, not like a news headline. Someone who brings calmness instead of craziness. And honestly, that's actually kind of beautiful, right? Because way down deep, we all want that. That kind of love that feels safe. Someone who sees us not for what we do, not for what we have, not for who people think we are, but for who we actually are. Someone who doesn't need to be impressed because they already get it. And for Johnny, it seems like that kind of love has finally come his way. Now here's where things get even more cool. People who study relationships actually talk about this emotional change all the time. When someone's been through years of ups and downs with their feelings, they often stop looking for excitement. What they really want is peace, something steady, a place where they can finally take a breath. One expert explained it perfectly. When someone's been through emotional rough times, they don't look for excitement. They look for peace. And if you think about it, that makes total sense. After everything Johnny's been through, the craziness, the headlines, the heartbreak, what could possibly sound better than calm? People who know him say he's a different guy these days. Gentler, more settled down. He's spending time painting, traveling, playing music quietly with close friends. He's not looking for attention. He's looking for balance. They say he and his girlfriend like the same simple things. Peaceful mornings, long walks, cups of coffee while drawing or reading. They even paint together, sometimes in his private art room. No drama, no camera flashes, just time together, being creative and feeling calm. It's not the kind of love that yells for attention. It's the kind that quietly says, I'm here. And isn't that what most of us want? We grow up thinking love should be like fireworks. But the truth is, sometimes love feels more like a campfire. Steady, warm, always there. It doesn't hurt you. It keeps you going. Johnny's relationship shows us that. For someone who's lived for decades in front of cameras, the best thing isn't fame, it's peace. And it looks like he's finally found it. You know, we usually think of luxury as fancy cars, private islands, expensive clothes. But when you've seen the world, met everyone, done everything, peace becomes the hardest thing to find. And that's what this love seems to give him. Being simple, being honest, being real. If you've ever gone through a hard time, you probably get that change. After the craziness, you start caring about quiet more. You don't want people who make you tired. You want people who make you feel better. You don't want everything perfect. You want someone who's just there. And maybe that's Johnny's biggest lesson for all of us. When you've lived through enough noise, peace becomes worth everything. He seems to finally understand that. And now he's doing it. It's not about the red carpets anymore or the gossip magazines. It's about laughing together, cozy nights at home, real conversations, and little moments that actually count. It's about being truly seen, really seen, not as a character or a famous person, but as a regular human being. It's like poetry, really. After years of playing complicated characters and being misunderstood, Johnny's found something simple and pure, a real connection. Someone who doesn't need him to be Johnny Depp the movie star. Someone who just loves Johnny the regular person. And that might be what makes this relationship feel so different, so actually real. Now that you know the story, I want to ask you something. Do you think finding love away from the spotlight makes it more real? Because sometimes stepping away from all the noise is the only way to really hear what your own heart is saying. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'd really like to hear your thoughts. And if you've liked seeing this softer, more human side of Johnny Depp, you'll really want to watch our next video. It's called Inside Johnny Depp's Hidden Artistic World, the secret studio almost nobody has seen. That one goes really deep into his art, his private music time, and the creative world he's made away from Hollywood's craziness. It's a look at the real man behind all the famous stuff. But before you go over there, can I ask a small favor? If you like this story, go ahead and press that like button. It really helps us out. And if you'd like to see more stories that go deeper than the headlines, make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon. That way, you won't miss any of our future videos that look at the real lives behind famous people. Because here, we believe that behind every headline, there's a human story that's worth hearing. And Johnny Depp's new beginning might just be one of the sweetest ones yet. It's not a story about drama or scandal. It's a story about finding yourself again, about getting better, about love that doesn't need other people watching to be real. So the next time you see his name online, maybe don't think of the actor or the legend or the controversies. Think of the man who finally found a little peace in a really noisy world. Because honestly, that's something we can all understand. We all want someone who sees us. Not the version we show everyone else. Not the act we put on, but the real us. The version that laughs too loud, that dreams too big, that's sometimes a little broken, but still trying. And that's what makes this story so powerful. Because even though Johnny Depp's world looks nothing like ours, wanting real love and quiet peace, that's something everyone can understand. So here's to love that feels safe, to peace that feels like you earned it, to second chances that show up when we stop searching and start just being ourselves. Here's to Johnny Depp finally living life the way he wants with someone who understands him past the fame, past the hurt, past the act. And maybe, just maybe, here's to all of us learning that real happiness isn't loud. It's soft. It's steady. It's simple. Thanks for watching. Take care of your peace. And I'll see you in the next video.